So I said I was going to speak about presence. And as I've been unable to sleep the past several weeks, like many of you, I was thinking about presence and online and what I should talk about. And so what I think about whenever I think about presence is a story about my niece, Anna, who you're looking at. And she lives far away, and we've always lived far from each other. And when she was about 3, as she was in this picture almost 12 years ago, I went to visit her, and she kept looking at me really funny. And she kept touching my shoulder. And she looked at me with those beautiful saucer-like eyes and said, "Lily, sometimes you live on the computer." And so I thought that would be a fantastic title to talk about presence in online learning and how I've learned to live in the computer, on the computer, and within the computer. In spring 2002, I took my first online course as a master's student. It was a design research course with Carrie Heater. This was before the days of big box LMSs, and Carrie used the magic of HTML and her incredible skills as an instructor to build this experience for us. And every class started with this forced GIF that we had to look at and breathe in and breathe out for 10 minutes before we entered the class. And I think back, that was almost 20 years ago now, and how forward-thinking and incredible she was to create that experience for me, but also for me to have that model of an instructor. And then I was thinking about going back further about how I learned to be present. And I thought back to my college days when I was a disc jockey on the radio and ran the college radio station. So I knew sitting there in the booth that I wasn't just talking to the wall, that there were people out there listening to me that I was trying to connect to, that I didn't see face to face. And that actually started even before college. This was my high school radio station. I was extraordinarily lucky to have a TV and radio station in my high school, and started at the age of 13, 14 as a disc jockey, again, knowing that audience was out there. And I also had this incredible learning experience in my French class. This was a video I made, pretty much a love letter to my love video to my amazing high school French teacher, who really taught us the love of language and learning and interaction with each other. So as I was thinking about this and being present, these 4 individuals, Carrie, Reed, Mr. Legg, Madame Moulin, all taught me how to be present in learning and in education. And I was thinking, could it go even further beyond high school? And of course, I cannot go talk about my own educational experiences without Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street, and how I knew they were looking at me through that screen and helping me learn, even though I never had the chance to meet or thank them myself in person. So there's a saying I learned from Mary Robinson, and I'm going to do my best to say it. Isarska hakela awarha nadini. And it means in each other's shadow we flourish. She was likening this to the idea of Ubuntu, where I am because you are. And this is something that I take with me through all of my teaching. So when I ask myself, what does it mean to be present online for our students and colleagues? To me, it means taking a map and showing each other where we are on that map in an online space. It means me creating what I call voicemails, messages. This was 10 years ago for my students, showing them where I am and talking directly to them through the screen. I've carried this on to my current teaching, where I still do these voicemails talking through. We do discussions in forums. We're a flipped discussion. So I'm not a huge fan of discussion forums, but the students post questions, and then I record, as you can see here, a 40-minute video, which all of the statistics tell you not to do that long, but this works because I'm speaking to each of them each week through the video. And I've created all these different ways to connect. But then this comment came to me the other day. Thank you so much for your understanding. I really appreciate how you let us be human. So that was a kind comment, and I know meant to be kind. I take it as a reminder that in the spaces we work in, we are working within inhumane spaces, and that we have to do our very best to continue to reach out and make those connections with our students. Thank you.
Well done. Big round of applause, and well done on the couple of Irish words, or as we say in Gaelic, cúpla focal. So, Kahana, well done. Not easy,